A lot of people have full bank accounts, but their bank account is empty and they're not in a space of gratitude. And when you're not in a space of gratitude and abundance, your bank account could be big, but you still have a scarcity mindset.
Wake up, it's time to be free. Wake up, what's blind, now I see. Wake up, it's time to be me. Wake up, my mind is the key.
Wake up, it's time to be me. Wake up, my mind is the key.
What's up, everybody? It's Jullien Gordon here with another episode of the Daily Jewels, where I drop nuggets of wisdom to help you increase your degrees of freedom. I don't care how many college degrees that you have. The only thing that matters is your degree of freedom. I don't care how much money you make. The only thing that really matters is how you actually make money. So today I actually want to celebrate in the fact that I completed another Thank account. A Thank account is my version of a gratitude journal, and every day I deposit millionaire moments into my Thank account. Here was a light day. Here was a heavy day, February 9th, February 10th. Yeah, I've been doing this since April 6, 2011. I started my company at the bottom of the recession, and it was a space of, mentally, it was a time of scarcity. All the stock market tickers were red. Companies were laying off thousands of people. And I knew that I couldn't grow my company from a mindset of scarcity, and I wanted to switch my mindset to abundance. So I said, what kind of ritual can I instill in my life that will do that? And it started out with a gratitude journal. Now, originally, it just started out with a blank piece of paper. I folded it once that way, and then twice the long way. So I had eight little squares on this one piece of paper, and I just wrote Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday on 7 of these squares. And each day I started writing down things that I was grateful for, and I ended up filling up that sheet, and I did that for a couple of weeks, and then I said, let me create my own tool. And out of that, it actually started with a Moleskine little notebook, right? And then I said, let me create my own tool, and it became the Thank account. And so this little tool has helped me grow my business. It's actually the most valuable thing, I think, in my business. Of course, my team is here, and my gold mine, but this tool has helped me stay in a mindset of abundance despite the external circumstances and the economy. So this is actually, I think this is my 10th one. Let me see, I put the number. I have like 10 of these complete, and each one contains about 2,000 moments of gratitude in it. And so over this period of time, I've documented over 20,000 moments of gratitude in here. And so I'm starting a blank one, a fresh one today. And March 30th, I'm starting a fresh one today. And yeah, this has just been a powerful ritual for me. I typically keep it in my back pocket or my backpack. And whenever I have a moment of stillness, I take a moment to think about what I'm actually grateful for. And so what this has actually taught me is actually to, one, start with what you have. A lot of people, when they're trying to create something, they always think about what they don't have, what's not there, what's absent. Gratitude actually teaches you to start with what you do have. And then from there, what you'll learn is that what you appreciate appreciates. What you appreciate, what you acknowledge and write down, typically what we tend to take for granted, like the people that we love and live with us, the fact that we get to do the work that we love and things like that. We tend to take those things for granted. The fact that my body is working for me right now without me having to consciously think about it. We take these things for granted, and your gratitude journal creates a space for you to say, I'm just going to take a quick moment to jot that down and acknowledge that all this stuff is working together for my good. All this stuff in life is working together for my good. It also helped me recognize how little control that I have. When I'm actually documenting all these things, most of the things that I document in my gratitude journal are things that didn't have to happen. A friend calling to say hello, a real estate opportunity happening, a new speaking opportunity, a new member to my mastermind. Those things didn't have to happen, and I didn't have full control over all those things, but I'm so grateful that they did. And when I acknowledge to the universe, to my God, however you define it, that you are grateful for something, what does that thing want to do? It actually wants to give you more. When you say thank you for somebody you love cooking you a great meal, what does it make them want to do? It makes them want to give you more, right? And so I don't do it to manipulate in that way. I just do it because I want to genuinely say thank you for all of this amazingness happening to me, for me, in my life. And I want to acknowledge it. I don't want it just to go by, because when we don't acknowledge it, then we start thinking about all the things that's not happening or all the things that we don't have. And what I've also found with the gratitude journal, with the Thank account, is that I actually call them millionaire moments. I call every moment that I document a millionaire moment. The other thing about that is that I found out that these small moments actually aggregate to be more than the bigger moments. See, oftentimes we're only grateful for big moments like a new big client, or quitting a job, or a graduation, or a birth, or a wedding. We're grateful for these big moments, right? But those big moments are oftentimes far and few between. I don't know what the language is, far and in between, right? So they're here, then one is here, and then one is here, and then one is in a new home, etc., right? These big moments. But what about all these little small moments that are in between, right? When you actually add up all those small moments, I found that they actually aggregate to be a lot more than just those big moments, right? And so this is how my gratitude journal, my thank account, has supported me in shifting and changing my mind. The other thing I found, or one last thing I found, is that when I go out into the world and into my day actually looking for things to be grateful for, I get joy off of that alone. Simply the anticipation of looking for good. Rather than going into the world and into my day looking for bad, going and meeting people and looking for bad, I actually change my lens in life to actually look for the good. And I'll tell you this, that the good always outweighs the bad. The light is always greater than the darkness. The light is always greater than the darkness. And this process of doing this for, what is this, 7+ years now, has retrained my mind to see the world in that way. And I see just a more beautiful world, despite external circumstances, despite young black boys being shot by police, despite what's going on with U.S. presidency, despite what's happening in certain countries, despite natural disasters. What I see is a lot greater than that. The news magnifies all the negative that's happening in the world, and I do not take away from those moments. But if we only magnify the good that's happening as much as we magnify the bad, we would see that this world is a lot more beautiful than it's being projected back to us. So I encourage you to try it out. I think it's on my website, julliengordon.com/products. It's this is probably one of my best books, y'all. And it's not a book that I write in. It's actually a book for you to write in. This is one of my best books and one of my best tools that will change your thinking if you commit to this process. So I encourage you to try it out with a piece of paper. Before you go get this, I encourage you to try it out with that simple blank piece of paper for 1 week. And if you fill up that piece of paper for 2 weeks in a row, then consider getting a tool that will allow you to document that. I have 10 of these stacked up. So anytime my life is not looking the way I think it should be, I can actually go look at that stack of gratitude journals, right? Those stack of thank accounts, and see, wow, these are 20,000 moments that happened for me that didn't have to. My life is actually really good. So with that, I want to say thank you so much. I hope that this blessed you. Try it out this week. I know it will transform your mind and it'll change the way you actually look at the world. So with that, this is Jullien Gordon with another episode of The Daily Jewels, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.
I hope these mindsets, metaphors, and methodologies blessed you. If you desire more freedom, go to getfreenow.com to subscribe to the show on iTunes, YouTube, or Facebook, and get 4 of my best courses in the Freedom School for 100% free.